we started a relationship by moving in together straight off reality TV. You know, we pretty much moved in a month after the show aired.
Well, I mean, it's coming up to 1 year, your official 1 year anniversary as well. Like, how is life? That's kind of insane. How is life?
18th, you
18th
remember?
of June. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
that's
messed that up a couple of times.
Quite a few. We've been trying to decipher when we actually call it the anniversary, because it just doesn't feel right when he was, you know, if we did it a few months ago, I mean, that would mean that I would have to kiss 8 other boys to make it equal. And I just don't know if that's feasible. So
yeah, let's not do
we're
that.
We're doing 18th of May.
No. Oh yeah. Sorry, no. I almost messed it up again. 18th of May.
Yes, but
which was finale night when we filmed it. So it was our first night we spent together without cameras. So that's it.
Well, yeah, living together is such a major step in the relationship as well. Like, and based on your Instagram, everything looks great. Instagram versus what was that like when you made that transition from, I guess, dating to being together?
You want to take this one back?
I mean, look, things moved very quickly, and I think we went in a little bit blind. We've learned a lot about each other in a very small amount of time. Jimmy is
all my great habits, which he adores me for.
Yeah.
So, you know,
very noisy eater.
Before we sat down to have this Zoom call, I actually sat next to her. We're so busy all the time now that it's like interview, eat, do this, do that. So I sat down to have breakfast, my oats with Holly, and she turns to me. She can't stand the sound of people eating. So she turned to me and gave me this look, and I was like, oh, so I just went out by myself on the balcony and ate by myself.
No, but we've learned a lot about each other. I think, you know, obviously we've partnered with ANZ, and I think that's kind of, we want to talk a little bit about that today. But one of the big reasons where we did think that ANZ was a good alignment to partner up with is that the first kind of quarrels that we had were about finances, because it's such an awkward thing when you first move in with someone to expose yourself like that. And, you know, when I've been single for a little while, Jimmy's been single for 2 years. I mean, you were in an 8-year relationship though. So I think and you lived with the girl, and I think it was you'd probably dealt with that before. I'd never really dealt with it before, talking about finances and exposing yourself and your vulnerabilities when it comes to that stuff. So moving in together, it was within a few months, and this ANZ thing came up, and we were like, do you know what, that's actually perfect, because it's a way for us to non-awkwardly talk about managing our money. So
I mean, everyone's got bad spending habits. I tend to do the finances.
Don't you do this?
I tend to do the finances in the relationship. But I'm really bad at Bunnings, which I realised through working with ANZ and stuff like when we're actually filming some of the stuff behind the scenes. I was like, you know, I said, okay, Holly, I think this would be a great idea, is we just film a normal time you go to the shops, because she'll go to get milk and come back with like 16 bags. And I was like, great, that's you. So we can show that we're exposing your sort of financial shortfallings. And then as I was saying that, I was like, oh, by the way, babe, I've got to Bunnings after this. And then I came back from Bunnings with like a digital door lock, which was $600. I had I went there, no joke, to get like some screws.
I actually hate that thing as well.
I think
Jimmy had to mount our building, which is like 2 stories up. Had to climb the side of the brick wall because this digital door lock doesn't register our thumbprint.
No. We had a faulty
there
model.
Was a malfunction.
It's come good. But the point of my story is that it made us realise that you know, it's awkward talking about money when you're in a new relationship, and it made us realise that actually we both have bad habits, and you don't want to push it on the other person. It's really great to have a third party sort of thing where you can go, there you go. There's like, it's not me telling you that you're spending too much. You are spending too much because look at this. And then I looked at my Bunnings spend over Christmas. Hardware store general over Christmas, and I like almost fell over backwards at how much I was spending there. It's pretty scary. So I've reined that in, and we're having less fights about money, which is great.
In general as well, what would you say was something when you moved in together and you were kind of like, we're going to have to change that?
That's a really bloody good question.
There's been quite a few probably.
There has definitely been a few. Well, apart from the finance side of things, where it's just learning each other's habits and learning how to kind of
I'm a lot more easily ticked off than you are.
Yeah.
And we live in a very small apartment. It's lovely. We love it. But as soon as we kind of moved in together, Jimmy was still working a lot less because of COVID. So he wasn't flying as much, but he's back now, and that's why we're so in love.
She loves it. I'm off flying to Cairns this afternoon, and Holly's
I'm like counting down the hours.
And
like, we'll have a good chat to Lachlan, and then he's off.
Yeah,
it's great.
I walk out the door. She's like, "Bye." I got a kiss. She's like, "No, you go on, have fun. You're all right." And then she just goes,
there's just a lot of we moved in and we spent a lot of time together. And obviously we started 100 Honeymoons, which is essentially starting up a new business. So we started up. Sorry, there's a dog literally gnawing at my feet. We started a relationship by moving in together straight off reality TV. We pretty much moved in a month after the show aired. So we've seen each other only a few times by the time we decided to make the plunge to move in together. And then you go through all the media scrutiny together. I got my social media back after a few months, and dealing with all of that, and dealing with starting a business, the world of
Instagram and all that kind of stuff.
So there was a lot of pressure, and there was pretty much everything against us. And I feel like now we've kind of gotten to a point where we actually just feel like normal people, and we walk down the street and it's, so
I think people now realize, they go, oh, they're still together. Oh, okay, they must actually like each other. When you're at the start, it's like they're only together because like they want, I don't know, like to keep people happy, or they want fame, or that. It's like, no, yeah, we're still here. Because everyone at the start was like, they won't last a minute, Hi.
The secret contract as well. It's like a 3-month
contract. Oh, yes. Is that over yet? You out yet?
Oh, you'll never know. You'll never know.